recovery. A financial powerhouse, a powerhouse for the creative industries. Our impressive growth over the past 5 years reflects not least the strength of London's higher education sector. For example, responding through innovation in biomedical technologies to address the immediate Ebola crisis, penetrating the underlying causes of radicalisation among young people, and building new approaches to advancing sustainable cities. Our Mayor has enabled London to recapture its status as a truly world city. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Mayor, Boris Johnson.
Thank you so much for that extremely generous and broadly accurate introduction, if I may say so. Susan, you look far younger than me. I can tell you, it's a great, great pleasure to be here. Thank you for having us at this absolutely wonderful museum, and thank you all, this extraordinary delegation from higher education in London that's come this evening. People have asked me all sorts of questions over the last couple of days since I've been in the United States. Are you Donald Trump, being among my favorites, obviously? Should Boston stage the Olympics? To which the answer is obviously, provided it's the Winter Olympics. But my favorite, most so far, is how does it feel to pay taxes, both in America as well as in Britain? And I was mulling over this painful subject as I went for a run along the waterfront in Boston. I stared out yesterday morning, I think it was, at the snowy wastes, and I wondered who I could blame for my wretched predicament. And I hardly blame myself, you know, for being born in New York. I didn't have much say in what has turned out to be a very expensive decision. I could hardly blame my mother. I wanted to be close to her at the time. I could hardly blame my hosts, America, for their policy of no procreation without taxation. And then I looked at the ships at Boston, and of course the answer hit me. I knew who the culprit was. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends, you know, all you brilliant historians, you know who done it. It was Lord North, George III's Prime Minister, because, of course, if he hadn't tried unfairly to discriminate against American tea importers in favor of the East India Company, then we would never have had, well, of course, I realize that perspectives on these events may differ. We would never have had the disaster of 1776, right? And there would be no question of duality in my citizenship, would there? We'd all be citizens of the same great English-speaking place. And and the whole problem was caused, therefore, by the British government's attempt to restrain free trade and free intercourse between Britain and America. That was the problem, wasn't it? And that's why I'm here in New York, to make sure that no such mistake ever happens to again, and to encourage that huge transfer of brain power and goods and services between our countries. And I'm absolutely thrilled to say, looking at the relationship, it is in robust health, isn't it? You could not complain. £6 billion of American goods going to London every year. Heaven knows what they all are. We managed to get the ball back over the net, though. £3.9 billion worth of goods and services coming to America from London. And amongst those exports, most important for us, of course, is higher education. And I'm delighted to tell you that we now have record numbers of American students in London. I think the distinguished academics are nodding in unison in front of me. More than ever, 55,000 American students in London, more than any other city in the world, outside America, of course, where they have lots of American students. London is the most searched for city on the internet by US students, according to Google, who don't tell us what else they search for. And that's why we've got this delegation here, really, and that's why we're here tonight, just so that we can underscore that message that all those students really are on to a famous and fantastic opportunity. Why are they there? They're there not just because London is obviously the city with the right time zone, the right language, access to obviously the right language, and indeed many other languages, 300 other languages, and access to the European market. But I think students who come to London find that the quality of life is pretty good there. Do you not agree? Crime, down over the last 7 years, to pick a period entirely at random, by about 18%. The murder rate